Today we are going to learn how to design this simple birthday flyer for all beginners. I'll go slow, I will not rush. When you find this video helpful, like this video, comment, share and save it for future use. Okay, now in my previous videos I already taught you guys how to create a new canvas, add colors, how to resize and do a lot of things. But somebody just asked me to do this birthday flyer for him so that he will use it to surprise his girlfriend because he's always busy. Therefore, I decided to do this so that you guys can get some experience and how to design simple flyers without wasting much time. He gave me the picture, date, and the name of his girlfriend. So the girlfriend name was Mavis Klein. So now let's move on. As we already know, creating a new background or a new canvas, Control N. When you press Control N, the pop-up will appear. Then you decide to use the measurement you think it is good for you. This flyer I used 30 inches by 40 inches. So the 30 inches will be for the width and the 40 inches will be for the height. Then I make the resolution 100. Therefore, just click OK for the canvas to open. Now, when you have your canvas like this, we all know what to do. We need to set the background color. And the background color, as we all know, you will come to the layers panel here, to the control panel this side, and below we have this to be there, the gradient, add a max. When you are done, we are adding a gradient max or a max to any design. This is what we use. Now we will skip to create a new fill adjustment layer. Okay, so we are going to create adjustment layer. Then we click on solid color. After clicking on solid color, let's choose this particular color here and let's know how it is. So this is the color code 010E25. Then you click enter, then we move on. You click OK, then we move on to our work. Right now, this is how we are going to do. We are designing this particular flyer here. So now we have the image, time and date. We have the date and the month, and we have the name, happy birthday, and a simple artwork here. So now let's move on. What we are going to do now is we will insert in the picture, or we will import the picture. So now importing the picture in Photoshop, you already know this is for beginners course. You must master it, simple and fast. So you move to file, then you will navigate down to place. You will find place in Photoshop 2020-2025. It is place embedded, but if you are using CS6 and other things, you will find just place or CSS or CC25 or CC 2015. So just move on. So you click on place, then you navigate to where you will find the pictures or where you just saved the picture the client sent to you. So this is the picture here. I'll double click on it or just clicking open so that everything will be nice. So you wait for it to load. So progress, it is preparing smart object. If you find this video helpful, like this video, comment, share and leave your comment under the comment section. After the picture is being imported like this, what you do is you adjust it or resizing it when your design, or to prevent the images from skipping or being stretched too much. You need to hold shift. When you hold shift, then you move it upwards or you move it downwards, either left or right, to reduce the stretchiness of it being too much bulky. So now you hold shift, then you adjust it to the required field you want it to be. So this is how I want it to be. After that, you click OK or enter, then it will load for you. Because I am using 30 inches by 40 inches, the machine will always run slow a little bit, forgive me. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add this gradient color. Yeah, when you use here, we have a gradient color where this place is blur. We are going to add it before we will type in anything. So let's move on. This is the one we are designing. So this is the picture. To do that, you must select the layer here, the image layer. Let's rename the layer to be image or pick one. Let's make it pick one. Yeah, picture one. So okay, this is the pick one. So now if you want to add that particular gradient color to any picture in Photoshop, what you need to know is that you will come down to the layers panel below or the bottom of that particular panel. Then you add a layer mask. When you add a layer mask, you click on it, left click, you will see the layer mask will be added to the picture. After that, what you will do is that you move to the tools panel where you can find all the tools in designing in Photoshop. So right now you will navigate down and you reach here. We have gradient 2. We have gradient 2. So you will click on the gradient 2. On top of here, you can decide to choose how the color should be or how that particular gradient you're going to use should be. So this one, I am just going to use a transparent by picking the actual background color. Okay, so now let's move on. By doing this, when you move or when you click here, you hold and move it upwards like this, you will see the gradient will drop at the top. Okay, so Ctrl Z to go back. If you want to undo something in Photoshop as a beginner, when you hold Ctrl Z, it is undo. But right now we want it below here, so we are not going to hold and push it backwards, but rather when we hold it, we will push it downwards like this. So when you push it downwards, you leave it, the shadow will draw. So now let's determine how to do it. When you hold and pull it very long like this, it will be a faint shadow without being deepened. So what we need to do right now is, let's see, if I leave it, it is still being that. So now I will just hold here, short one, then I will get the below one to be deepened. After that, I will go on top and leave my shadow like this. So now we can see, let's compare it to the previous design, the one that we are looking on to draw. So you can see the distance between this bundle, this bundle on his lips, and the distance between the wrist and the dipping line is the same. So let's move back and see how it is. So you can see, so now we need to add a little bit to it. So we will just blending it. Let's go back, Ctrl Z. We just blending it a little bit so that everything will be nice. So the nice thing for us to move on, what we're going to do is, let's go back to the actual design again, and look, we need to put in this ellipse shape or this yellowish or golden shape here. So let's go back. To draw this particular shape, you navigate to the tools bar, then you select this tool. It is called ellipse tool. When you right click on it, a pop-up will appear. That is where you can see different shapes. We have rectangular tool, rounded rectangular tool, we have ellipse tool, polygon tool, and we have line tool, and we have custom shape tool. This custom shape tool, I will come to it next time and explain to you so that you know how you can use this. By using the custom shape tool, you can determine to choose the type of tool or the type of shape you want to insert in. So let me teach you something. When you click on it like this, it will appear. You can see on top here we have shape, we have align edges. So just choose shape. When you choose shape, you have a lot of them here: animals, leaves, and email, other symbols, and a lot. But today we are not going to use this. We are going to use the ellipse shape. But let's go. You right click on the shape tool, then you select ellipse shapes. So when you select the ellipse shape, you hold and drag it down to create the maximum or the minimum shape you want it to be. So now let's change the fill color. As I already taught you in the previous videos, that the filled color means the color inside the particular ellipse shape that you are just drawing. Okay, so now, and we have the stroke. The stroke is the color that you put at the edges of any shape that you draw. So when you click on the fill in icon, then we select the color here. So let me determine the color code for you to know. So this is the color code. The color code is FB9A00. So you click on it, then you move, you click OK. After that, everything is being set. Now let's adjust it to the top a little bit. So we will move it here, not closer to the image, or maybe line on the design. So now what we're going to do is we will add shadow to this image, because we are not going to merge it. We must do it to be realistic. So let's check the first design. You can see there is a shadow here. That means this image is not the same as this one. We must do it to differ it a little bit. So you select this layer here. You select the layer here, then you double click on it, or you right click and select blending options. Okay, So let me close it and open it again for you. So either you right click like this, then you select blending options on it, or you just double click on it, how fast you want it to be. But as a beginner, I was just doing it in a way that you can find it useful and very fast with easy process. So now let's go. We are going to increase the size of the shadow. The size of the shadow is here. So we hold it and push it. This is how I want it to be. When you reach the required minimum or the maximum you want it to be, then you leave it. So the distance is, when you are going, let's imagine this airport is the particular ellipse shape and you want to add shadow to it. So how distant do you want the shadow to distance itself from that particular object that you are dropping the shadow on? So we will distance, I will move my distance like this, then I will increase the spread. So the spread is how deep in the shadow will be. Okay, how deep in you want the shadow to be. So let's move the opacity. So the opacity determines how you want it to be, whether you want it to be visible or not. So you can move it backwards like this. After that, you click OK and you have your shadow there. So now that we have our shadow, what we're going to do is we'll go back to the actual design again. We have a rectangular shape here where we have Mavis Klein on this. So now let's go back to the new design we are doing and let's increase the size of the shape. So when you select this zoom tool, we call it, the name of this particular tool is to appear, we have zoom tool. Okay, so this one is on plus. You can see plus, it means when you click on it, it is increasing the size of the canvas or the image on the screen. But when you click on minus, it means you are going back or you are reducing it. In the simplest and the fastest way, what you can do is you just hold Alt. By holding Alt, look at the search tool or the zoom tool. When I hold Alt, it is plus. When this one is on minus and you hold Alt, it will move to plus. When this one is on plus and you hold Alt, it will move to minus. So now we can even click and reduce it backwards a little bit to fix our design. So now you can right click on it and fix it on screen. Okay, so this is how it will look. Now let's draw the rectangular shape. You select the shape tool and pick rectangular tool. After that, what you are going to do is you just hold and stretch it. After that, you choose the fill color. So make the fill color the same as the ellipse color. Now let's move it upwards a little bit. We'll move it upwards a little bit to this side. Okay, so let's check the actual design. So this is the actual design. This is how it looks. It's very short. So now let's reduce this one too to know how this will be. So let's move it upwards by using the control mouse keys to do it. After that, click OK. Then you select the shape tool again. Then you pick or you select ellipse. Then you draw an ellipse shape like this with the same color. After that, you adjust it and push it closer to overline or overlap on the shape. So now what we're going to do is, let's go back to the design. We are going to type, or we're going to insert in the date and the name. And all we're going to use right now is we will navigate to the tools bar, then we will select the type 2. We have horizontal type 2. When you right click on it, you can see different features that this particular tool carries. So in right click, we have horizontal and vertical type 2. So we have horizontal type 2, vertical type 2, we have horizontal type max 2, and we have vertical type max 2. So I will just choose the horizontal because I want my ratings or the text to be in a horizontal way. So now I will click on this and I will type in the name as Mavis Klein. So now let's move on. This one is my Mavis Klein. Then now what we're going to do is I'll move it downwards by selecting the actual color that I want it to look like. So now you click on it you move it here, you hold shift as I taught you when I was resizing the image. You hold shift, then you increase the size of the name, then you fix it accurately on the move or on the shape 2. So now you click OK or enter. Right now that we have the name here to be Mavis Klein, you can see here Mavis Klein. So now let's move on a little bit. What we're going to do right now is we will change the color or the fill color of the text. By changing the fill color of a text in any design, what you need to do is you just select and highlight the text. By highlighting the text, you can right click on the text, then you choose select all. In the simplest way, what we need to do is you just hold Ctrl A to select all, straightforward to make it simple. After that, you choose black. I want a black color so that it will be dipping on the actual design that we are doing. Right now that we have here, what we're going to do is we're going to type here 10th October. So I'll just type in my 10th October. Yeah, 10th, then enter, then OCT like this. So after that, I'll highlight the 10th October. When you highlight the 10th October like this one that I just do, then you click on this and select the font star. The font star that I'm going to use for this particular 10th design is I'm going to use Franklin Gothic Heavy. Yes, Franklin Gothic Heavy. So this is it. I'll use this one, Franklin Gothic Heavy. I think the highlight cancelled. So now let's move on. Franklin Gothic Heavy F column. So let's move on to our F column, then select the Franklin Gothic Heavy. So now that we are having our 10th October here, let me put this one here and hold Ctrl A to select all. I want to change the alignment. So the alignment, you can do it like this so that it will be in the middle, or you can choose left aligned or right aligned, but I need the middle aligned one. Then I will insert it inside the shape 2. After inserting it inside the shape 2, what we're going to do right now is we will increase the size of the 10th October, and by holding shift I will adjust this particular thing. Then I will move downwards and insert it so that it will fit this particular shape. So now we are having our 10th October here. Let's go back to the actual design. This is the design we are having here, and this is what we are having here. So now what's left that we're going to type in is happy birthday and this artwork. So let us design the artwork first. This artwork that you can see here, it is nothing much. Okay, you will just use the shape 2. That is why I said this is the simplest design we are making, but we will learn a lot of things inside. So you right click on the shape 2, you select the rectangular tool, then you draw the rectangular shape you wish to draw here. Then you change the fill color to yellow like this. After that, you pick the same rectangular tool, you hold and draw. So now let's push this one below downwards a little bit like this. So now that we have it here, you choose the shape 2 again, right click on it and choose rectangular tool. Now you draw a shape, then you insert in the color. You insert in the color, the fill color. So now the fill color will be the same as the background. All right, so it's when you fix it in, you push it like this a little bit, then you insert it so that it will overlap on the one that you just did. So right now when you look at the previous one, it is small and the new one is big. No, now let's type in the happy and the birthday. So what we're going to type in first is the happy. So happy, then you hold Ctrl A to select, then we will change the font color to white. After changing it to white, then we will move on top here to change what we're going to change right now is we are going to change the font size. Oh no, there, yeah, the font style, sorry. We're going to change the font style. So we will navigate in and we'll be looking for the actual font style that we use for that particular one. Okay, so now let's move on. When I find it, I'll just show you the name. think I skipped the name, but I will find it here. So let's go upwards like this and start it over again. It is here. I'll find it for you, don't worry. So now we go. Let's navigate. I have a lot of them here, but if car is not taking you, choose the wrong one, and after that you will not get it. So you can even insert in different text inside the actual work that you're doing, or you can download new text files, then you insert in and download it inside this Photoshop so that you can use it, because the normal one and the minimum one Photoshop is giving us is not up to what we want it to be. Or by finding it, I think scrolling down is being difficult and wasting much time. I can go back to this design like this, then I'll insert in the type 2 here, then I'll pick the name. The name is Legend Deck. Yeah, the Legend Deck. Okay, so let's go back. So let me click on this. When the type cursor appears, you click on the text like this, hold Ctrl A to select, then Legend Deck L column. So I'll open it like that, then I'll navigate down to my L column like this. So this is Legend Deck. It is here on top here. This is what we are looking for, Legend Deck. All right, so now let's move on. After that, we can increase it by resizing, holding Shift and drag it upwards like this. After dragging it upwards, we can move it down to this place and we will click OK. Then let's look at the previous one. This is how the previous one looks, but this one is too big, so let's reduce the size of the happy and click OK. Now you move it near to this place. So look at this one and look at this one. All right, so now we are going to do is you hold Alt and duplicate it. But if you want to duplicate, you can click, or you can hold Ctrl J. Duplicate it, you can hold Ctrl J, or by holding Alt, then you drag it down to duplicate this particular layer, or you duplicate the text. So you click on it, Ctrl A, and you type in birthday. So this is where you type the birthday. Yeah, so let's go. We are not going to use the same font style. Ctrl A to select it all again. Then we move on to Benjamin, or we move on to Franklin Gothic. Yeah, Franklin Gothic heavy. This one. So let's go back and check. They are not the same. So I will pick the medium. Okay. So you select all again. Then you choose the medium one. Yeah. So you choose the medium. It is all right. This is the actual, but the name I used for the first one. So let's move. So we will just increase it like this, then we will push it below to this side and how we want it to fit this particular design. Then you click OK. So now this is how to design this flyer here as this one here. So there are little bits difference between them. The artwork here is small and the artwork here is small, but here I make it a little bit heavier or a little bit bold. This is Asben TV. My name is Benjamin. Once again, leave your comment under the comment section. Ask any question you want to ask and we will help you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Let's meet next time.